He's now on first down. And it's caught. Kobe Flainer. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. From midfield, here's Breeze. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and don't. With a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the 9th-year man from LSU, Thomas Morstead, on to punt, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front, creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Looking deep for Julio. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 47 yards. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton on the move to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left. Oh, wide open, complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A big play on 3rd down for the Falcons. And even 40 yards. To throw is Newton. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. It's Marshawn Lattimore, the rookie from Ohio State.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. And Breeze is going to go down in the end zone, a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Again, they'll run with Freeman. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Fancy footwork in midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Newton now to throw. Connects with Sanu right side. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play.
And now Newton not liking the play call. He's going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. Now he's going the other way. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. A shotgun snap for Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively.
It's good to be the kicker for the top offense in the NFL, and Matt Bryant was that in 2016. Led the league in scoring with 158 points, but boy, does Atlanta find him valuable. So dependable and clutch.
And he's been valuable in this league for a while. Hard to believe he's been around since 2002. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
It's complete. Flainer, right side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough. Swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here's Breeze to throw. And brought in here by Flainer. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Breeze finding Flainer for New Orleans first.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's brought down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, when defensive coordinators game plan to put pressure on a quarterback, they often want to use blindside rushes, and that's exactly what they did there. The cornerback gets to him and drops him.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Breeze now on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Breeze to throw on second down. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he's brought down. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are back within a score. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So out come the Falcons now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On second down, Freeman. And he's got room. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully. Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
On first down, Breeze. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. On second down, here's Breeze. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Newton buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side, and that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, as the first half is winding down, and the Falcons will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now Breeze. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
From the gun, it's Breeze. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Fielded about a yard deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Now Breeze to try again after the pick six. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. He's got his man. It's Brandon Coleman. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. On third down, here's Kamara. And he'll take this one down to the 36. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. To throw, it's Breeze. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. That one good for 14 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Open space inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints get a bit closer. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And that one makes this a 19-point game. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Breeze now to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
and attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Breeze now. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Coming into the year, Breeze, 465 touchdown passes. Add another one to the total.
You know, it's funny. I just talked with his college head coach, and he told me that when Drew was a sophomore at Purdue, they weren't sure he was truly the starter, even though he started the opening game. And he made a play early in that one where the coach got on the headset and told the rest of the staff, well, fellas, we found our quarterback. Now we got to make sure we find the rest of our team.
Breeze hasn't looked back since. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. A 20th carry now for Devontae Freeman. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Off the bootleg. Newton rolling to his right. Open man is Stewart. It's complete. The 21 yards there is it. They convert on 3rd. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag. Fresh set of downs here. From the gun, here's Newton. Looking downfield for Jones. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Marcus Williams, the rookie from Utah. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season
December.
of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Breeze going to throw. He goes underneath to Ingram. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And this is back to a 5-point game. Instead, the punter out to kick it off. Atlanta now coming out on the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Here's Newton. Connects with Sanu right side. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The Falcons on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They fake the give. Newton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
This one complete to Ingram. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and 11. Back now here on EA Sports. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on second and 11. Shotgun now for Breeze. That's caught by Meredith right side. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Second down, 8. The play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he's got it over the middle, Fleener. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Now Breeze got to have this one. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Well, being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on fourth down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. And he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
First seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
To throw on second down is Newton. Dancing to his left. And some room to work. Got some real estate inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. 2nd down following the run. They'll try the air now with Newton. Flushed out right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Newton now to throw. Here's Sanu on the catch. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield, in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
Coleman has it here right side. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. From the gun, it's Breeze. That's complete to Meredith. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Throwing on first down is Breeze. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's second down. Here's Breeze to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Breeze to another longtime vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On first and 10, here's Breeze. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Freeman again. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Now it's Newton. Forced out to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The rookie from UCLA, Tech McKinley. And it'll make this a second and long. Back to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Saints on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got it.